Project Mindful presents Is Heaven a Real Place or Just a Comforting Myth? Hey everyone, welcome back to Project Mindful. Today we're diving into one of the biggest questions of all time. Does God truly care about us, or is he simply watching from a distance? This is a topic that stirs passionate debates among believers and skeptics alike, and I can't wait to explore both sides with you. Whether you found comfort in the idea of a loving God or struggled with the silence in moments of need, this discussion is for you. Let's unpack the arguments, challenge our perspectives, and of course, keep the conversation going in the comments below. The idea of a God who intimately cares for humanity has been a cornerstone of many religious traditions. Yet skeptics question whether an omnipotent being, if such exists, would involve itself in the mundane lives of individuals, or if God merely observes from a distance, indifferent to human struggles. This question probes deeply into the nature of divinity, raising profound philosophical and theological debates. Believers often point to Scripture as evidence of God's deep care for humanity. The Bible portrays God as a loving and compassionate presence who actively intervenes in human history. For example, Psalm 34 verse 18 states, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Matthew 10 verses 29 to 31 emphasizes God's attention to even the smallest details. Are not two sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. These verses illustrate a God who not only observes but actively participates in the lives of believers, providing guidance, comfort, and even miracles. Believers argue that God's care is evident in the natural world, moral laws, and the teachings of prophets. From the parting of the Red Sea to the resurrection of Christ, many interpret historical and personal events as divine interventions. Furthermore, prayer is seen as a direct line to God, a sign that he listens and responds. The belief in a caring God offers hope and meaning, encouraging moral behavior and resilience in the face of adversity. Skeptics, however, challenge the idea of a personally involved deity, citing the apparent silence of God in the face of suffering. If God truly cares, why is the world filled with pain, injustice, and unanswered prayers? This is often referred to as the problem of evil, a central argument in questioning God's active involvement. From a non-believer's perspective, the universe operates on natural laws with no evidence of divine intervention. They argue that events attributed to God, miracles, answered prayers, or moral guidance can often be explained through psychology, coincidence, or societal norms. For example, tragedies like natural disasters and wars seem inconsistent with the idea of a caring deity. Why would an all-powerful God allow such suffering if he were deeply invested in human well-being? Many point to biblical passages that portray God as distant or mysterious, such as Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9. "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." This suggests that even if God exists, his actions or inactions may not align with human understanding or expectations. Some propose a middle ground perspective. God may care, but his ways are beyond human comprehension. From this viewpoint, God's care may manifest in ways that do not always appear evident or immediate. For example, challenges might be seen as opportunities for growth or tests of faith. Others suggest that God's relationship with humanity might be more symbolic or spiritual than physical. Rather than direct intervention, God could guide humanity through moral principles embedded in the universe, leaving humans to exercise free will. This debate opens the door to deep and challenging questions. If God cares about humanity, why does suffering persist on such a large scale? Can God's care be measured only through visible intervention, or does it manifest in more subtle ways? How do cultural and personal interpretations shape the way we perceive God's involvement in our lives? Is the idea of a caring God essential to human morality and purpose, or can these exist without divine influence? The question of whether God cares about humanity or simply observes from afar is as much about personal experience as it is about philosophical inquiry. For some, the evidence of God's love is undeniable, woven into every aspect of life. For others, the silence and suffering in the world raise serious doubts about divine care or involvement. What do you think? Does God deeply care for humanity, or is the idea of divine intervention a comforting illusion? Share your thoughts, beliefs, and questions in the comments below. Let's explore this profound mystery together and create a space for respectful and meaningful dialogue.